Hi everyone. Thank you so much for the overwhelming response to my last email on how to reduce anxiety in 3 minutes. It gives me so much pleasure to share these life transformational tools as I know they have changed my life. Over 400 of you have messaged me and really to thank me for sending out this enlightened life transformation information. So I know it helped me at the time when I was feeling unwell. So it's always nice to share and give to others when you know what can help. Today I want to share with you about a story about Adam. So Adam had suffered with OCD for 4 years. He was around 18 when he first experienced OCD intrusive thoughts. And for the first full year, he kept it to himself, which can be a normal thing to do for someone because there's so much shame attached to these thoughts. That it's so frightening to think that, oh, what will people think of me, and how can I tell anyone what I'm thinking? I suppose I'd like to really reiterate there that it's really important to reach out to somebody. You don't have to go into the thoughts, but you can definitely share that you're not feeling well. Um, but anyway, Adam didn't. And then he finally had to seek help. It just got too much for him. He started doing different types of therapy, talk therapy, and while he got the understanding of what was happening from it, didn't change the reaction. He was still debilitated with OCD every day. He got so bad that he felt suicidal, and it just took over his whole life. So this is really important to understand that we never want to get to that level, of course, ever in our life. We always want to think about reaching out. We want to know that it is possible, things can change for the better, but we have to reach out. And that's what Adam done. He reached out and he started doing the OCD program with me. And of course, he started seeing change. It didn't happen overnight. He didn't go from having, intrusive thoughts every day to not having any. But it's got progressively better and better and better and better. There was days that were really, really hard, and there was days that were really, really good. That he never felt like this in years. He is to this day free now from OCD. He's continued with his practice and he's now living his dream and travelling with his partner around the world, free to actually do that. Whereas before he just wasn't even able to function. So I really want to share that we don't have to wait till we get that bad. Don't wait to make that decision for yourself. Don't let things get that bad and don't hope that someday it'll get better. We have to take action. We have to do something different, and that's what Adam done. He signed up to the program, but he actually done the program, so he implemented the techniques and the change happened. So a lot of you have sent me an emails and you're asking about my program, the program that I do for OCD. So I have some questions. I got so many questions. I wasn't able to answer them all, so I just summarised them. So the first question here is, how is this different than mainstream therapy and medication? So it's very different. Mainstream therapy for OCD is medication, talk therapy, CBT, ERP. While they'll have a place to a degree, somewhat, they are just treating the symptoms. The program that I offer, the techniques I teach, it's treating the root of the issue. So OCD is symptoms of fear-based emotion. And this fear-based emotion is at the unconscious level. So in other words, it's not on our conscious level that we're holding this fear. But what we do know from the conscious level is that we're experiencing OCD, obsessive intrusive thoughts. And what I do is I teach these techniques that regulate the nervous system. So we start changing these unconscious patterns, these unconscious fear-based emotions. And when we change these, we change the symptoms. And that's why people get absolutely miraculous changes with my course, because we don't treat the symptoms. Yes, we talk about their issues, we understand what's going on for them, but when they do something different to change this, everything changes. And we're not just doing a practice when we have feeling very anxious, we're doing this every day. So you're doing it every day regardless of how you feel, and watch what happens. Your whole life will literally change. It does take commitment. It's not as easy as some of the other things, but it actually is, because it's long term. So, a lot of people come to me, they've tried everything. I'm talking 40 years, 30 years, 20 years with OCD, been around everyone, and they're still suffering. I'm not ditching any other types of therapy. I'm just saying what works. I'm saying the treatment that works, not the therapist. Everyone's very different, and everyone adds their own ways to people, and everyone's trying to help others. But ultimately, we want results. We do not want to have to suffer for life with OCD, and you don't have to when you do this type of work. So another question is, will this work for me? Yes, completely. It'll work for anybody because you're working on the nervous system. So what we're doing is we're learning to regulate the nervous system. When we learn to regulate the nervous system, we change the reaction to intrusive thoughts, and therefore we change the compulsions. When we change the reaction, the thoughts also start to fade. In other words, they don't come as frequent and they don't be as strong, and that consistently gets better. Does this work if I'm on medication? Yes, completely. You can do this while on medication, no problem. A lot of people that have done it that are on medication will find that after a while, a few months, they start weaning off medication with the help of their GP. So that's completely with their GP when they feel ready for themselves. Does this work for everyone at any age? Yes, I've treated people from the age of 11 years of age up to maybe 80 years of age. So yeah, it can work for everybody and anybody because we're working on the nervous system. How long does it take? Well, you will start seeing relief meaning that you won't be as anxious in the first few weeks, and it progressively gets better. So it'll go from, it doesn't mean you're never going to be spiked, in other words, feeling like stuck in the loop of OCD again. It's progressive, so it just gets better and better and better, but you'll have more days that are great. You'll have more days that are calm. You'll have more days that while I have the thoughts, they're not having any reaction. You'll have more days where things just start feeling better, and that gets progressively better and better and better. Okay, so of course this is available for everyone, okay, but you have to know it's possible for you, and how you know it's possible for you is because the proof is there. The proof is that it works. The proof is that it works when you work it. So the only thing you have to do is take action, but you have to see yourself that this, of course, this would be work for you. Why not would it not work for me? You do not have to suffer with OCD for life. You're not born to suffer. It's about healing. Okay, healing is a modality that where life is here to be healed, and whatever issue is showing up in your life, it's time to take the step to learn how to heal it. So we're going to do a little visualization where I want you just to gently close your eyes. And we just connect to that breath. Breathe long and deep. I want you to imagine yourself a year from now. So bring up a picture of yourself a year from now. And as you see yourself there, you might be the same image that come up of how you feel now. I want you to visualize yourself being free from OCD. What would that feel like? Not even see it. What would it feel like to not be consumed with debilitating anxiety on a daily basis? How would your life be different? How would you behave? What would your relationships be like? What would you create? What would you plan? Would you be travelling? Would you be feeling free? Would you be feeling at ease? Would you be excited about life? Would you be optimistic about things? What would your work or your career be like? Would you have more time to focus on what you want to do in your life? What brings you joy? What would your finances be like? Would you have more time to think about what you want to create? Maybe you could start that business. This is all possible for you. Think about how it would feel like to wake up and feel content in the morning. Think of what would it feel like to go to bed feeling content. This is all available for you. Feel into that feeling of what it would be like to be free from OCD. What would that be like? Feel the anticipation building in your body to know that this is possible for you. This is you now, a year later. When you look back on the year, what steps did you have to take for that to be possible? What commitment did you have to give yourself? What actions did you have to do different? What did you do for yourself that nobody else can give you? Only you. And how does that feel? And just gently put a smile on your face with your eyes closed, giving yourself the best gift you can give your life. Give you the best gift you're ever going to give yourself. Allow yourself to have it. It's available to you and for you. And when you're ready, gently open your eyes. Hope you found that useful. That was Adam's story. He's in a very different place. If you listen to his video, which you'll see in the link, he was in such a different place. Now he's travelling around the world, living his dream, you know. And maybe you don't want to travel around the world, it doesn't matter. But the fact is that he's living on his terms, what he wants to do. That would never have been a question for him. That would never have been a thought for him to go travelling. He wouldn't have been fit to, mentally, physically, unwell to do that. So it's all in your hands, yeah? The steps are all in your hands. You have to want to take the action if you want different results. So in the next 24 hours, I'll be sending around an email to your inbox, so keep an eye out on that, which I'm going to be opening up the doors to my programme, the Free From OCD programme. And what I'm giving is, for the first 100 people that sign up, I'm giving a 50% discount off the full price. And all details will be revealed in the email tomorrow. So that's 100 people, because I've had such an overwhelming response. I've had about 500, 400 people on average. So 100 people is what I can offer to them. That's big. I'm giving a discount of 50% off this life transformational program. So stay tuned for that, and I look forward to talking to you again. Thank you.